Now we come to the eating healthy and preparation before your major events. We have two major events this year, the Junior World Championships next week, sorry. And in 2 months, in August, is the senior one in Brazil, and the first time to go out of Europe continent or Asia continent and to go to the Americas. This is a great travel for all of us. So thank you, Dr. Peter, for joining us and helping the athletes. I've seen a great transformation for some of the athletes already with you. So we would like them to eat healthy and stay healthy and still practice their beautiful sport.
Thank you very much, dear Noha, and it's always my pleasure to be with you and with the great athletes and the future competitors in a very short time. And let's talk about eating healthy, because nutrition is a very important subject for all elite athletes. Let's say elite athletes because you are going into competitions, so you are somehow different than just amateurs or practitioners. So let's go to our cellular phones and scan our code to be somehow engaged with the presentation. So I'll be asking some questions all through my presentation, and just you will click on the right answer to know how much you are engaged. So I'm waiting for you to enter the presentation. Great. So my question is, sports nutrition, is it different? So let's share the answers. Do you think that sports nutrition is different than regular nutrition for ordinary people? So how much is it different? Yes. So great. So all are saying yes. That's great. This is my bio. I'm not going into it so much, but I'll start with a quote that a diet that's bad for your overall health can be good for your performance. So we have to agree that the diet is one of the main basics with the exercise to help you for a better performance. Nutrition, if you don't eat according to your goals, and now back to Donna's action plan, according to your goals, you have to eat healthy and you have to eat well. If you don't eat well and healthy, don't expect to reach your goals. So, for better health, for better performance, for better recovery, and for sustainable eating habits, we are taking care of nutrition. So let's see that food pyramid. I hope all are seeing this food pyramid. This is the regular food pyramid we are all eating in our daily life. So the base of our pyramid for our nutrition is usually the carbs, the wheat, the bread, the cereals, everything is going through wheat. But the second tier would be the fruits and vegetables. And the third tier would be the proteins, which consists of 20% of our daily intake. And the tip of the food pyramid would be the fats, oils, and sugar. I mean the desserts and the confectionery things we always like. So for the senior athletes, maybe they are taking a very good focus on don't eat too much refined sugar, don't eat too much fats and oils. But for the junior athletes, we need to recreate, we need to eat something different. So let's say the base of our food should be the carbs, then the fruits and vegetables, then the proteins, and the tip of the pyramid will be the oil, fat, and sugar. But especially for the elite athletes, we are thinking in a different way. We are thinking that the base of our pyramid should be the high quality whole food. That's to say that when I'm eating, for example, proteins, I go for a whole protein like meat, chicken, eggs, as it is. I'll not go for processed meat. I'll not go for ultra processed food. When I'm telling about the carbs. I'm not telling about the pastas thing and the croissant and the bakeries and that things because it's processed. But the base of my food pyramid as an elite athlete should be the whole food, the high quality food. Then the second tier will go for the micronutrients, which I mean the vitamins and minerals always in our food, like what's in the fruits and vegetables. Then the timing of eating, the timing of the meals is very important. Then the sports fuel, I'm not here talking about the commercial sports fuel. I'm talking about a sports drink which is homemade, which I know what's in, and the tip of the pyramid. Do I need supplements? Do I need some supplementations or not? And this is the tip of the pyramid, so it's the least percentage we will be talking about. The macronutrients. So our macronutrients, which is consisting of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, but for sure the hydration, the water. So let's say the water is one of the macronutrients our body as an athlete needs, while the micronutrients would be the vitamins and the minerals. So let's go deeper. And when we are talking about the carbs, proteins, and fats, we are talking about energy. We all need energy in our exercise, in our competition. So we need the whole macronutrients, the carbs, the proteins, and fats. But maybe for our growth, for our maintenance, for better performance, for better recovery, for the prevention of injuries, we need proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. And for the regulation of all our body process, we need all. Let's go for the carbs and back to the Mentimeter. Let's go for the next slide. What do you think? Carbs are the beauty or the beast? It's the same QR code. So do you think carbs is the beauty or is it the beast? So we are now going equal. And now it's the beast is going up. It's going equal again. Okay. So let's wait and see. So it's half and half. Okay, that's great. So half of our attendees for our athletes seeing the carbs as the devil, the beast, and others, the other half, are seeing the carbs as the beauty, something nice, something good for our bodies. Let's explore and see, is it the beauty or the beast? So carbs, when I'm talking about carbs, I'm talking about vegetables, I'm talking about fruits, I'm talking about legumes, so it's the beans, the lentils, and etc. And I'm talking also about the wheat. So carbs are present in all of that. So carbs are not only the bread, but carbs are present in the vegetables, fruits, legumes, and also the bread. But don't forget that carbs are also there in dairy products. So milk, yogurt, cheese all contains carbs because of the lactose. It's part of the sugar. Our sugar in the dairy products named lactose and it's carbs. So the dairy products contains carbs, proteins, and fats. It's a whole meal, but it's one source of carbohydrates. So the carbs actually are not the problem. The real problem would be the glycemic index. So let's go deeper for the glycemic index because this is very important. And this is how we can differentiate between the carbs, which is the beast, and the carbs, which is the beauty. So the glycemic index, when the scientists took 50 grams of glucose, which is the sugar, and gave it to the person, so the glucose is coming in our blood, stimulating the pancreas to get insulin hormone to just hold the glucose and go to the cells to produce energy. So, what we are eating that cause the sugar to go higher very quickly and the insulin higher very quickly would be named as high glycemic index. What's causing lower, slower glucose to be raised in the blood and lower, slower insulin to raise in the blood will be named as low glycemic index. So, how to differentiate between both? We as athletes need in general, as the normal population, as the ordinary people, we are always in need for medium to low glycemic index carbs. But actually, what's different that for me as an athlete, I need during and immediately after the exercise or the competition, I need high glycemic food. Why? Because our main fuel for the exercise is actually carbs. Yes, I'm talking seriously. So the main fuel for us as athletes in the exercise and the competitions is carbohydrates. Why? Because the carbs are stored in our body, in the muscles and the liver as something named glycogen. While we are exercising, this glycogen stores are depleting. So I have to fuel them back. I have to increase that carbs during and immediately after exercise to just fuel up my glycogen stores back. I hope this is very clear because this is very important. Regarding the fibers, do we need fibers or we don't need it? Actually, we have two types of fibers. We have the soluble fibers and the insoluble fibers. And to get very healthy gut, and in order to prevent any bloating, gases, irritations, we need both. We need the soluble and the insoluble fibers. Let me give you an example for an apple, for example. The apple, for example, the inside of the apple is soluble fiber named pectin, while the peel outside is insoluble fibers. So my gut needs both, needs the soluble and insoluble. So what do you think? Should I eat the whole apple or just peel it and eat it? I should eat it as it is, the whole high quality fruit. Great. So the high fibers should not be completely avoided. Why? Because the high fibers, the insoluble fibers, will help me to keep my shape, to keep my weight, to keep my body slim, which I need as a gymnastic. But in other words, fibrous food just before the exercise or the competition may cause bloating, may cause discomfort in the gut. So take care. Eat fibers, eat insoluble fibers to keep your weight good. But don't eat it just before the exercise or competition or during or immediately after. Okay? I hope also this is very clear because this is very important part. Okay, so carbs, the refined carbs, the bakeries, the desserts are conditionally bad, which I mean it's not bad all the way, but it will cause some weight gain, let's say, if it's not that much counted in my diet. But refined carbs like the pasta is very good after exercise, immediately after exercise. Because it's refined carbs, it's high glycemic index, it will cause my glycogen stores to be refueled quickly. So pasta is okay, but maybe immediately after the exercise or the competition. But if you are not exercising, if it's off season now, don't eat too much refined carbs because it will cause weight gain. So I'm not fit for my weight and body to play this competition. So refined carbs may be taken just before, during, or immediately after the exercise. It's not all over bad. It's not the beast all the time, but maybe it will be the beast if I'm off season, or if I'm not exercising, or if I'm injured and I'm prohibited to exercise for some time. But it's the beauty if I'm consuming it around the exercise and the competition. So let's go for our Mentimeter once more. So are carbs important for athletes? What do you think? Let's solve it once more. So it's definitely yes, or not sure, or absolutely no. Is it important for you as an athlete? So we are going the majority with definitely yes. And the answer actually is yes. It's very important for us as athletes. So if you are cutting carbs, you are cutting your performance. You are doing the performance suicide. So the carbs are the master fuel for all sports, not only gymnastics, but all sports. Let's see in summary the carbs should be eaten before, during, after exercise. The challenge is to choose the best source and to eat it in the right timing. So, pre exercise, before the exercise, I can take 1 to 4 gram of carbs per kilogram. So if your weight is 60, for example, kilograms, so I should eat from 60 to 240 grams of carbs 4 hours before the event or the exercise or the competition. Of low glycemic index, avoid fats, avoid high protein, avoid high fibers to get good gut and in order to prevent the bloating. These are examples for the pre-exercise meals. So if I'm eating 4 hours before exercise, I can get a sandwich wrap with some protein. I can get chicken, rice, and salad. I can get mixed beans. I can get chicken and vegetables. But if I'm very close to the exercise, if I'm having a competition at 7 a.m. and I'll be wake up at 5 a.m. and I have to grab something very quickly, and it's just 1 or 2 hours before the exercise, I'll go for carbs of high glycemic index with low protein and skimmed fats. So I'll go for fresh fruits with no fats and very low protein. I'll go for smoothies. I'll go for yogurt, skimmed or light yogurt. I'll go for shakes like the homemade shakes, or I'll go for energy bars or nutrition bars, maybe cereal bars or granola. These are all an example for refined carbs, which will replenish my fuel, my glycogen stores quickly just before the exercise or competition 1 to 2 hours. During the exercise, it's not recommended to eat at all. So if we are getting carbs, we will get it in the form of sports drink only. This is the only allowed thing, and I'll get it later. After exercise, we'll get the carbs. We'll have to add like 20 grams of protein. So I can get like the pasta with minced meat, or I can get, for example, beans or some legumes with some bread and salad. So it's a whole meal with carbs, proteins, and still not too much fat. It's in the window of opportunity, like 30 minutes after exercise, or somehow we can extend it to 1 hour after exercise. So after exercise examples, it could be like cereals and milk. It could be fruits and non-fat yogurt. It could be the chocolate milk, low-fat chocolate milk. And this is the favorite for most of the athletes, to get chocolate milk or low-fat chocolate milk immediately after the exercise. So getting to the proteins, which is the favorite macronutrient for all athletes. We are getting relieved when we are eating proteins, even if it's somehow more than the allowed quantity, because we have the taboo in our minds that proteins are always good. Let's see. Proteins not always good if it's more than our requirements. So researchers are telling us there are no added advantage if you are eating more than 2.5 grams per kilogram of your weight per day. So if my weight is 60 kilograms, for example, I should take from 1.2 to 2 grams per day for every kilogram of my weight. So I have the limit, the maximum limit of 120 grams of proteins per day. So it's not always that much beneficial. Proteins are always taken either 4 hours before exercise or in the window of opportunity, the 1 hour after exercise, or in your main meals apart from the exercise. The milk and the low-fat chocolate milk, as we said from a couple of minutes, it's the best for all the athletes. But if you have lactose intolerance or for example, you have some bloating or gases from dairy products, eggs would be very nice option for having proteins just after the exercise. And for the third macronutrient, which is the fats, I have to ask another question. So let's go for the Mentimeter one more time. Are fats important for athletes? Let's go for the same Mentimeter. So I'm not sure. Yes or no? Please choose one answer. The majority are saying yes, but some are saying not sure. Let's go deep and see. So we need fats. We need around 30% of our total daily calories as athletes from the fats. But take care. Below 10% of those 30 should be from the saturated fats. Saturated fats, I'm talking about the butter, I'm talking about the fats in the milk, in the proteins like the fats in the chicken, meat, the fats in eggs, and etc. So we don't have this somehow high. So how can I get the 30%? I'll get it from healthy fats. I'll get it from the raw nuts. I'll get it from olive oil, olives, avocado, for example. So to get the exact amount of fats my body needs, I should take from zero point 0.5 to 1 gram per kilogram. So if your weight is 60 kilograms, you should take from 30 to 60 grams of fats, of healthy fats per day. And as I mentioned, we have to take the low-fat food before exercise, and we can take somehow low to moderate fat immediately after the exercise. So let's summarize our macronutrients. So pre-exercise, just before the exercise, if it's before the exercise by 4 hours, I can get proteins. If it's 1 to 2 hours, I'll get only carbs with very minimal amount of proteins and no need for any fats before the exercise. During the exercise, I don't need any fats, I don't need any proteins, I just need carbs in the form of the homemade sports drink, and I'll get into how to make it later, just in a couple of minutes. Post-exercise, in the hour, the window of opportunity I have after exercise, I should get proteins, 20 grams of proteins, I should get carbs, and I can get small, low to moderate fats. Micronutrients, which is the vitamins and minerals, I'll go for the B complex. It's very important. B complex is very important for the athletes because if you are experiencing like some nerve issues, when you are standing still for long times, you get somehow some shivering in your muscles. Mostly you have problem in vitamin B complex, especially vitamin B12. So we have to monitor, assess, and maybe supplement as the case by case. Also, if we are seeing the magnesium, chromium, and iron, we have female athletes. Many of you are experiencing the menstrual cycle, the periods. So definitely, maybe more than a small percentage may be experiencing iron deficiency anemia. So with iron deficiency anemia, we have to supplement with iron. Otherwise, you will feel fatigue, you will get high heart rate, you will get like laziness and lack of energy. Magnesium is very important for your muscles. Chromium is very important because it's the mineral which my body is using to hold the insulin with the glucose to put it in the cells to get energy. Vitamin D and calcium are very important for your bone health. So if you are experiencing lots of injuries in your tendons, in your bones, please check your vitamin D levels and check your ionized calcium levels because it will indicate your bone health. And maybe at that time we can assess and supplement. Also, be aware of vitamin C, E, and zinc for immunity. You will be traveling to different areas of the continents and you will be sharing experiences with different athletes and gymnastics from every culture and country. So if you don't have that solid immunity, you will get lots of infections, maybe from the food of the country, maybe from the water of the country, maybe from the exposure to other people all around. So be aware, focus on your immunity and antioxidants, vitamin C, E, and zinc. The American College of Sports Medicine had stated that we don't need any vitamin or mineral supplementation or multivitamins as long as we are consuming all our energy and all our food perfectly. But if you are eliminating somehow some food because of maybe bloating, some medical issues, or maybe you want to lose some weight, so you are cutting somehow some ingredients from your diet. So I have to supplement your body with multivitamins or multiminerals or maybe single nutrient if you have some deficiency. But take care because we will be talking about the WADA and the doping thing. So this should be under medical supervision and with supplementations known to be of good quality and it's not adulterated with any doping agents. So take care for the doping. The last thing I'll be talking about is hydration. Why is it important? Because more than 70% of our bodies are made of water. Let's see. So our hearts, kidneys, bones, liver, brain, eye, muscles, blood, lung are all made of water. So good hydration means good health and good body. Let's see on the right side the urine color indicator. So if your urine is one of the three colors above, you are good, you are taking good amount of water. But if your urine color is the three colors below, you have a real problem in your hydration. Please take from 5 to 7 milliliters per kg. So if you are like 60 kilograms, you should take like 300 milliliters of water at least 4 hours before exercise and drinking around 1 liter through the exercise of 1 hour. Let's go for the homemade sports drink. It's very easy and I'm encouraging all of you to do it in the home, and it's very nice and tasty. So get 200 milliliters of orange squash. Just remove the fibers of it, like with a net or something, and complete this 200 milliliters to 1 liter with water, and just put a pinch of salt. It's like 1 gram of salt on it, and just shake. And it's the homemade sports drink with no unknown ingredients. It's very easy. It's isotonic. It will fuel yourself with water and also with minerals, and of course, vitamin C for the immunity from the orange. So, the hydration would be before the exercise or competition. Our first choice is water, no sodas, no juices, avoid coffee, avoid carbonated drinks during the exercise or competition, especially if we have one complete whole hour of intensive exercise. Please drink 1 liter all through this hour. So every 15 minutes, you should drink around 250 milliliters. And after the exercise, we will get the low-fat chocolate milk, giving us carbs, proteins, and also hydration. And now, I don't think that we have that much time for questions, but please go for the last Mentimeter slide and answer. How can you rate this session? Is it knowledgeable, applicable, and interesting? So go for the Mentimeter and answer the last question. And hopefully, it's something with some practical tips so we can use it in our exercise. My take-home message, let's say, my conclusion or summary is carbs is very important fuel. Don't neglect hydration and water. Please take your proteins in a moderate amount and keep your fats like 5% of your calories. And thank you very much for your attendance and active listening.
Thank you, Dr. Peter, so much. I love the presentation. It was very interesting because they now know that they can take the carbs in vegetables and in many other ways in fruits, and do not go for the pasta, as he said so much, but it's not so bad. But if you are not training so hard, it will make you gain the weight. So yes, you can take it, and drink a lot of water. Water is very important for your body. And so thank you very much. And if they have questions, they can send anytime, and I will forward the questions, and we can leave your contacts with the office, and we can put it with the presentation online so they can reach you directly for any questions they have.